The Yamaha YZF-R15 is a single-cylinder sport bike made by Yamaha Motor Company since 2008. In September 2011, the second iteration, called V2.0, was released in India, and in April 2014 it was released in Indonesia. In January 2017, the third iteration of the bike, called V3.0, was launched in Indonesia. Specifications: the engine for the first and second iteration, V2.0, was a 149.8 cc single-cylinder four-stroke engine with 4 valves and a single overhead camshaft. The bore and stroke were 57.0 mm x 58.7 mm, 2.24 in x 2.31 in. This engine had a claimed 12.2 kilowatts, 16.4 horsepower, of power at 8,500 RPM and 14.5 Nm, 10.7 lb-ft, of torque at 7,500 RPM. The radiator is placed in the front of the engine with a fan behind it. The coolant reserve is on the left side up and behind the radiator. The transmission is a return Type 6-speed with a constant mesh wet multi-plate clutch. For the first and second iteration, the bike had a 270 mm, 11 in, single disc with dual piston calipers in the front, and a 220 mm single-disc single-piston caliper at the rear, both the brake systems being made by Nissan of Japan. The front suspension was a twin telescopic fork, and the rear is a link-type single-shock suspension. The bike has dual headlights like the other bikes of the YZF-R series. For the 2017 update, the bike has a new 155.1 cc engine. The bore and stroke are 58.0 mm x 58.7 mm, 2.28 in x 2.31 in. This engine also gets variable valve actuation (VA) technology and has a claimed 14.2 kilowatts, 19.0 horsepower, of power at 10,000 RPM and 14.7 Nm, 10.8 lb-ft, of torque at 8,500 RPM. The front disc is larger than the previous iteration, with a measured 282 mm, 11.1 in. The front suspension is now an inverted twin telescopic fork. This iteration also features assist and slipper clutch. V2.0. The YZF-R15 V2.0 had undergone changes as compared to the previous version in the cases of the engine control unit, ECU, drivetrain unit, split seat design, higher seat height, LED tail light, wider tires, larger gear ratio, 15/47, longer wheelbase, rear mudguard, and redesigned middle and tail section. The engine performance was largely similar, still having a 6-speed transmission and a link-type single-shock suspension added on the back. V3.0. This new version has undergone changes as compared to the previous version in the cases of the updated bodywork and engine, now features VA technology, assist and slipper clutch, hazard lamp, inverted front suspension fork, all-LED lighting system, full LCD panometer with shift indicator, and wider tires. An unfaired or street fighter naked bike variation of the YZF-R15, called the M-Slaws, also called Zapper in Indonesia, TFX 150 in the Philippines and Vietnam, is made in Thailand. References. External links. Yamaha R15 official website, India. Official website, Indonesia.